a little bit more here, then it's going to turn bearish for sure. Oh, hello, welcome.
Yo, what's the deal, bro?
Hey, how's it going?
Shit, let me move this out the way. Shit. Pretty cool, man. How you doing?
Good, man. These people in the gulag, they've been tripping out. They've been, where's this guest? Where's this guest at?
It's all good, man. I'm literally just not waking up probably like 10 minutes ago. Usually I'm up at 3, but bro, my sleep schedule been messed up since that 10-hour joint, bro. So
Oh,
just
yeah.
getting back adjusted.
10 hours, that's exhausting.
No, hey, no cap though. You feel me? What you guys looking at? What is this? GJ? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, this is
So
GJ.
you already took the short, or you just kind of waiting it out, get back in, or how you running it?
Oh no, I wasn't in this trade. We kind of like saw it rejecting 830 and then dropping back down into the zone, and we kind of like talked about it dropping back down to 540. Some people took the trade, some just watched it from the sidelines. So on
That's
Friday I
cool.
just chill.
Shit, hey, I understand, man. I feel like that's dope that you kind of have a day that you do chill, because I feel like a lot of people literally give back all their weekly gains on a Friday. You know what I mean? Or like late Thursday, early Friday.
Yeah. And like at times on Friday some moves happen in a way you're like, man, I didn't really expect this to happen. So you gotta stay
Facts,
safe from
facts.
that too.
I got a question. Hey, do you trade NFP, bro?
NFP, yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hey, let
yeah.
me tell you, look, the first time, no cap, the first time I seen your stream, bro, like the thing is, y'all know I be rocking with the real. You know what I mean? So the first
Yeah.
time I seen your stream, I'm like, hold on, bro. Bro's live and actually getting cracking, because you know how it is with the whole Forex game and with this microphone, I guess. You know how it is with the whole the Forex game and stuff, and how how people be capping. And then
Yeah.
just me seeing you actually get off it, I think I was watching one of your streams and you guys are going crazy. Like GJ had took off, or GU had took off. You're like, oh my god, you motherfucker, let's go, let's go.
Let's
I was like, oh yeah, let's go. That was that vibe right there, bro. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's a really, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, man, I could rock with Roger and Wicksdontlie, you know. So that was the first videos I watched. It was like 3-4 months back. So
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah, like those situations are just amazing. Everyone's in the trade and it's moving, everyone's like, let's go, GJ, let's go. Yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
the vibe, bro. It reminded me of like being on like a Wall Street floor. Now I've never been on Wall Street, can't say I have, but it definitely reminded me of like just kind of picturing like a Wall Street floor, how everybody would be rallying behind a certain product or price or something. So I thought
Yeah.
that was dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a pit, like a pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I did have a question though. How long have you been trading for, bro?
I started in June 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Started in
Okay.
June 2016. Found it through Instagram, and then saw this guy making a lot of money, and so I was like, hey, so it was like Ted, so I like joined him, and
Okay.
from that
So you
point,
learned
just
from Uncle Ted.
yeah, yeah. So then
Nice.
we
That's tight.
started going on. Yeah, Ted's also here over there. This guy's
Oh,
got on
what's
his shirt.
going on, man?
What's up? How you doing? All right?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. What's the deal?
Excellent.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey, I've heard a lot about Uncle Ted too. Now, this is my first time talking to Roger. So if everybody's like, oh, this is my first time talking and meeting to Roger other than Instagram. And then the same with Uncle Ted. I've heard literally great things about both of you, man. So I feel like it's dope just to be, you know what I'm saying? Shit, able to vibe out with you guys, you know?
Yeah, I think I think it's important, and you're a very good example of how the FX community should be working. Is you come into sort of an unknown area, so to speak, in terms of like you're not here ever, and this is your first time here,
Yeah.
but you're just trying to show love and leadership and really accept what's out there, and that's important because you're coming here and you're showing people that hey, you got your own thing going and
Yeah.
you're very successful at what you do, and now you're able to come just hang out with other people in another community, and that's no ego, and that's important. So I mean, I
I
really
like that.
appreciate that, and then I think a lot of people have to learn from that you could be very successful and you could have hundreds of students and doing your thing,
Yeah.
but it doesn't affect the fact that you can come on in a totally different community above the same subject and just hang out and just be able to be real with other people as well. I think That's important. I think you as a community leader and others like that as well have to realize that there's no competition. It's, we should be able to talk amongst each other and really work together. So no, I appreciate that.
Okay. Hey, Uncle Ted with the vibes. What's going on? Hey, man's got the Steve Harvey vibes going. That's what I'm with, bro. That positivity, man. Yes, sir. And it's gonna be dope because, like, I'm gonna click this part of the stream and stuff. So I should have recorded, but I'll go back and get the HD and all that. But I feel like the dopest part about the whole thing, bro, is like Uncle Ted is a very well-known name. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like, hold on, bro. Like, wait, Ty, Roger, Uncle Ted, bro, Matt, you guys are really like. I feel like that's gonna be huge just for the Forex community because like a lot of people, like I was reading some of the comments, they were like, "Oh no, don't get Ty, he's toxic." Let me tell you, like, look, the thing is, like, it's not even that I'm toxic, but it's just like, shit, bro. I watch a lot of Wild 'N Out, and I kind of grew up in like a roasting type environment. So for us, like roasting or joshing on people and stuff like that, like that was the thing. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe some people may see it as like, oh, it's aggressive, but shit, like. Bro, we grew up like, what type of shoes are those? Like, you know what I'm saying? And people going in those shoes, your shoelaces, like your hairline. So it's like for us, it's always like light humor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really take a lot of this stuff serious because it's like we're roasting at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And shit, I'm so used to people out roasting and they're roasting back. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, he's aggressive. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, bro.
I think that's a good approach. And I mean, we've always said the same thing too. Like, I mean, my only comment has always been is, the only thing you don't cross is family. Like, you don't just go into the family or like innocent people, but like, pretty much if you're on social media, you're fair game. I mean, people like to lash out at others and things like that. But I mean, for the most part, nobody takes it seriously. It just seems like, Raj just said it earlier, some people get bored or upset with life and, they got to talk about stuff. But for the most part, I mean, the end goal, I mean, for myself specifically, and I mean, this is an example of what I wanted to do, is a lot of the influencers or people that are making change in the community should all be together. They should all be able to come together. We should be at a virtual roundtable a lot of times, just discussing how can we make things better. And it's not a bad thing to you're not sharing company secrets, like you're not sharing your secret sauce. But hey, if you notice something that's going on, or you're saying, hey, I find a lot of people are having issues with this part of FX, or I noticed that the regulatory body's doing this, or something like that. It's good just to share that knowledge because it's going to help you help your people, and that just builds the community as a whole. I've always said that. I mean, you come to me, you ask me for advice, I'm always going to give you the straight truth, because there's no benefit for me from hiding it. It doesn't make a difference. It's how you apply it and what you're going to do. So a lot of people, you're a perfect example of not having ego. You can come on here and talk, and you're going to, share information or whatever you're going to do. And there's no criticisms. There's no one's going to get upset, because this is how you're learning. This is how people learn, because now there's 1,900 people, 2,000 people on the stream looking at, hey, I've never met this guy before. I don't really know this guy, but I like he resonates with me. He's got the energy that I'm looking for. I'm looking at his Instagram page. There's a lot of things there that I appreciate, and I'm going to reach out to him. And that's the whole point, is to give people choice and to show people that there are different, I guess, quote unquote characters in the FX community. I mean, you got Raj as a character, I'm a character, you're a character. Like, people resonate with different people, and it's very important. It's not one person's better than the other.
I understand, bro. Like I said, I'm with this whole thing because I feel like like I said, I love what you guys do live, bro. I really love what you guys do live. And the reason I love what you do live is for this simple fact. Like, you can't really fake live because it's live. You know what I mean? So it's like, you take your wins with everybody, you take your losses, bro. It's like, I like that you come on the field. You come on the field with your breastplate, and even if it gets dents inside of the breastplates because you went to war, at the end of the day, we all seen you go to war. So we can't be like, oh man, that's not what it is. It's like, nah, bro, we watched them get the dents in the breastplate. You know what I mean? So, bro, I like this environment, man. And really, truly, like, to be honest, I would be down to do this like a few times a month. You know what I'm saying? And even if we figure out some type of collaboratory effort where it's like we could do some shit like this. I think this is dope, bro. Like I said, I love what I know you guys go live every day, but just like as a guest and come on and maybe see where each other are at and stuff like that. And like you were saying, have a community roundtable. So maybe possibly we talk about current changes inside of the foreign exchange industry and/or what we feel like could be better, or where we all feel like we can improve. Like me, I feel like sometimes I can improve with my exits. You know what I mean? And like the thing is, like, because I try to swing trade everything. I'll find an entry like early in the weekend and literally try to swing trade everything. But sometimes I may have to cut my trades. Like yesterday, I had to cut some of my bulls. What was it yesterday? A little bit. I think it was like early Wednesday or something like that, where I had to cut some of my bulls and then change direction. You know what I mean? But it's just like fuck, I got to change direction. And usually I'm trying to swing the whole joint out. Like I want to try to hold it for like 2 weeks or hold it for a little bit longer than that. You know, so I feel like that's something I got to work on. You know what I mean? Just like noticing when to get out and when I have to get back in. Because sometimes I'll be all the way up and then look back just because I held it the whole week. And I'm like, what the fuck? I gave all my gains back. I should have put a trailing stop. I got a song that says when in profit, trailing stop it. And I'm not even following my own rules. So, you know.
Hey, man, so how long you been trading, man?
Shit, so look, I've been looking at the financial game for like over 10 years. Now, have I been physically trading for over 10 years? No. I really start trading and really getting cracking in like 2015. Early 2015, coming off of 2014 into 2015. And that's when I really started getting cracking. But a lot of people don't understand my background, but my background is literally in like data and research and stuff like that. I've always kind of been good with computers, but I feel like this is just algorithmic. It's simple pattern recognition, and you know, it's like the market kind of doing the same thing over and over. So I guess like for me, adjusting to Forex, it really came in from having a desire to not be like Jay-Z. And you like, wait, what? But the thing was, I'm super inspired by Jay. But his whole story was like he had to sell cocaine, and that's how he got up. So I just wanted to have a story kind of similar, just without the cocaine. You know what I mean? And Stockx/Forex is like the new type of coke. Well, Stockx has always been like the new coke or the old coke, but you know what I mean? So that's kind of like what inspired me to really take control and be like, all right, I'm going to get on this Forex shit and really see like, okay, it wasn't even see, it was like, it was trade or die. Like I got a big trade or die tattoo on my back, but that was my mindset, trade or die. And the whole mindset was either I do this shit or I just go get cracking and do all the wild shit that I was doing before previously. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see in the comments that they say you make Forex music, so you got a new wave going on?
Yeah, man, I got a little wave going on, man. They rock with the vibe. Yeah, bro, I do. It was funny, no cap. I said I was gonna see if I could get Roger to do the little dance joint. I think that'd be dope.
Do a little dance joint. Let's go. What do you mean dance joint?
What is it? The
like,
mint code? The mint code?
Nah, not even a mint code. Not even the mint code. Look, so we got a new dance coming out, right? Well, I was supposed to drop it yesterday, but I did drop like the steps on my Twitter. So I feel like so let me tell you about culture, right? And you probably like, wait, what? But look, so culture. So with culture, I feel like every time a new wave or something comes, it comes with either new games, right? New people or influencers. That's why we had the TikTok culture. That was a culture, you know what I mean? So all the influencers and major people in that inside of TikTok, they kind of all work together and stuff like that. So the same thing with Forex, right? So I'm just like, yo, we need something culturally where we can be like, this is us. So this is how it goes, right? So in a sense, like I'm gonna back up a little bit. I'm gonna talk. I can't hear you. I can talk, right? This is how it goes. So in a sense, the first part of the dance is you gotta hit the whoa. So everybody knows what the whoa is. Like it's like boom. It's like whoa. So it's like this, that's mix that, whip that. So I'll break it down, right? So this, that, splash, this part. So up, boom, hit the wall. So that's the first thing. Just like you could wall like this, but hands up and so that's the first part. So it's like this, that, so this, that. The second part is like this little whip. So it's just like you stirring the pot, right? So it's just like you stir the pot, but you want to stir the pot with some groove. You don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? You want to stir the pot with some groove, kind of bounce, kind of jig with it. So boom, it's super simple. So boom, stir it. So the next part is dope, right? The next part, so this is called the looking ass. So if you ever seen Wild 'N Out and stuff, it's like
looking ass.
Walk, looking ass. So that's what it looks like from the side. So when it's like this, so it's up, boom, whip, mix it, and then boom. You feel me? Then you kind of walk back, and then run up, and then you do it all over again. So that's like, so that's called like the Forex, right? So when you put it all together, then it's like a little beat, it's a dance, it's like a vibe. I feel like, I don't know, I thought it was fun. I thought it was lighthearted, and I feel like since we trade and we sit down, We needed to get up out our seats.
Yeah. No, we'll do it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get everyone to make like a clips. I'll
Yeah.
send them to you. Then you can make them in like a collab, like you know,
Like a
like
little
those
compilation joint.
montage, something like that. We got the
Hey,
lanky
that's
ass
gonna
Ted
be
doing
lit.
the looking
I don't
ass.
think I have the facilities
Look
to do
at
that.
Hey, what if we had Uncle Ted dancing, bro? What?
I don't have
What?
the facilities. I'm sorry, I don't have the facilities for that.
Me neither.
It's
This dude is
all
lit.
good.
Good energy.
I did have a
man, good
question. What's you guys' favorite pair, man? I'm not trying to take over your stream, but I'll announce mine and then I'll let you guys say yours. So me, I like that Dirty 30. The reason
US
I like
30?
US 30, bro, I love that pair, but only because like with GJ, right? The reason I don't really love GJ like I love like US 30 is for this particular point. With US 30, once you enter a trade, it's kind of like you're either gonna know that you're right or wrong right away. And I love that I'm able to know if I'm right or wrong right away, other than like fucking with my currency. Then it's like, all right, bro, we gotta wait. It's gonna go into consolidation. It gotta go into that little gather phase. You know what I mean? So then it's like, shit, I gotta wait for the gather phase to complete in the breakout before I can move. But with this joint, shit, it's kind of true to like price action or true to the game, bro. Like if it's gonna be bearish, it's gonna be bearish. If it's gonna be bullish, it's gonna be bullish. And I feel like that's what I like about this. But what about you?
Yeah, so like on US 30, are you mostly looking on like the 4 hours, the dailies, or the 1 hours, or just like the 515 or the 5-2?
Well, I go in to take entries on like the 15 and the 5, but like I'm really looking at it off the daily. I'm really looking at it off the 4 and stuff like that. So right now it's looking like that. What's that? They're trying to pull back for sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, mostly I trade GJ. Some people here also mostly trade GBPJPY. For the most part, I trade GJ because, like, you know, the yen is close, so the pair is only influenced by just one currency. And from what I believe is that if you can get like during volume time, right? Like let's say when you have the New York and London overlap, I believe you only need like one 30-minute candle or one 1 hour candle to make that one trade. That's it. For a high volatile pair like GJ, let's say if you're looking at the 1 hour or the 30-minute, every candle, like average candle size is going to be probably like 30 pips, 25 pips. So I think like if you can do that consistently, you can have like a very positive outcome like in the long run.
So you're more so like you like scalping. So you go for
Scalping.
like 20, 30 pip scalps.
Yeah, 10 pips, 15 pips, and that's it. Basically, that's it.
Hey, really, that's a smart mover though, Brian. Go cap. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's a smart move because after the 2030, to be honest, you always see that little pullback. Market like, you know what? Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's always a pullback, always. And like from what I saw was like, okay, like if I'm taking like, let's say, so I tried to swing trade, right? I tried to swing trade, and what I saw was that 80% of the time, or 70 to 80% of the time, my position was always going into profits for like 15 pips, 20 pips. After that, there's always like at break even or drawdown all the time. You know, so I was like, okay, well, it's going my way later on. Like it does, you know, but like, how can I reduce this anxiety of being in a drawdown? Right now, I was in profit, now I'm in drawdown. I'm like, oh fuck, man, now we gotta wait. So what I would do is I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can secure positions at 15 to 20 pips all the time, you know, and then let maybe a runner running at like break even or whatever, you know, and that runner would get stopped out most of the time, you know, because like pull back and then go up. So I said, and when I looked at the consistency of that, I'm like, okay, you know what? If I can do this for like 6-7 months, fuck, man, I can make like I can set up like a really nice life with this.
So that's very true.
Yeah, bro. And then once these things start to play along, we're like, okay, you know what? Let's just start. You know, like I looked at TED once. I'm like, hey, we should do these webinars live for everybody. So they basically started to just show off. You know, that was the whole reason for the live stream, just to like come on and show off, you know, and then we and then slowly the community started to build, you know, like people coming on, they told their friends about it, and everyone, we're like, oh, bro, shit.
You guys have not to cut you off, but you guys have one of the most solid names in the community, bro, just for the simple fact that you are live every day. Like, you can't argue with this Roger trade, this Wicksdontlie trade, this Uncle Ted trade. Like, but it's live though. And that's the thing, you know what I mean? So I like that.
Yeah, like calling moves and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
I got a question for you, bro. So like what was your turning point? Because I know everybody has like the point that, so basically you come in Forex, you struggle a little bit or a lot, and then you know you come out of the mud and you do your thing. So what was that turning point for you where you felt like, okay, I got this figured out, I'm about to go full time and just get it cracking with this market, and this is what I want to do. Like, I'm asking you, Roger, and then Matt, I want you to respond, and then Uncle Ted, I want you to respond too, just because I would really love to hear all your responses.
No. We want to first know your turning point. This is my stream. What do you mean,
My bad, my
man?
bad.
You're questioning us over here,
I'm about to roll up too.
bro.
All right, so okay, I got you. So my turning point was this, bro. It kind of happened. It really happened in like the first 6 months for me, right? Like I kind of got in and I understood the secrets. Like I said, like everything has a pattern. Even with like YouTube, even with like Facebook, like everything has a pattern in the algorithm. And for me, like I'm always looking for the algorithm, or in a sense, the easiest way out. I'm the laziest person in the room, but like I'm gonna get the shit done at the most effective way, right? So that's always my mindset and my approach. So for me, it was like literally 6 months kind of after I got started, and I figured out like, okay, I understand what's going on. I could be consistent, but man, I felt like after like the second or third year, that's when shit really flew for me. It was just because I really had to figure out how to control my greed. Okay, so my turning point was figuring out how to control my greed and my ego. Like already, so like a lot of people say, oh, you were popping before YouTube or whatever, before all of that stuff. And kind of, in a sense, I kind of was, you know what I mean? Like we were already doing all the club things. I got a lot of little celebrity friends and stuff like that. So it's like, I was kind of already doing my thing. So like I had an ego, well, I still kind of got an ego, but I had an ego that I had to like face. I had to face me in the mirror and be like, bro, if you want to really move and be like solid with this, you got to stop being you in the market. Meaning I got to kill who I am as a person and become somebody totally new. So my turning point was that, bro. Just becoming a new me, and just like I said, understanding that I, in a sense, can't control the marketplace and I got to go with the flow. And I was so used to making decisions for myself and other people that it's like I wasn't used to going with the flow. So now I'm just like, okay, when it moves, it moves. If it doesn't move, then I don't move. Like if I don't see a move, then how can I move? You know what I mean? Just like a sniper. Like if you don't see a shot, how can you take the shot? Like
Yeah, it's true.
you know what I mean? Like you'll give away your position. So you kind of just got to sit there and just wait and just wait. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You mentioned that that you had to change who you were as a person when it came to trading. Like you can't be what you are in real life. You can't be the same person in the markets, right? Like it's like when we have someone who's very competitive, right? You know, let's say someone who runs a company and they're really successful, right? That same personality, it may not work in when you're trying to trade. You know, at the same time, I was talking to this one guy and he's like, man, like I have a PhD, I have like this and that, I've done like double masters, but the trading, I can't figure it out. You know, I try to like solve it, I try to really understand the perfect entries, the perfect exits, I can't figure it out. And I said, well, listen, like you've spent your whole life on one subject, right? You spent your whole life in perfecting that subject, and you have perfected that subject. You're the best in what you do right now. That same personality in trading is not going to work. Like there's no such, like guys ask me this all the time too, hey, what's the perfect entry? And I said there's no perfect entry. You know, there's no perfect exit. Right? Like if you exit at a point where you think price is going to reverse, price may continue moving 1,000 pips after that. You know? Yeah. Are you going to turn back and say, oh man, I should have held, I shouldn't have closed? But at the same time, man, that shit can reverse 1,000 pips too. Right? So then you right? So I mean, yeah, you're right. Like we have to really change ourselves the way we are and then come into markets. Like it's what Ted says, like you have to put ego at the door when you come to the markets.
Facts, yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get beaten up all day by the markets if that's and like at the end of the day, it's not even like you're gonna get beaten up by the markets. Like you're gonna be beating yourself up because you can't control certain things like over trading, over risking, greed. I mean, that's just the number one main thing.
Not to cut you off, I feel like early on I had that problem so bad, bro. Like the over trading thing, like, oh my gosh, my FOMO was so bad, bro. Like, I would be so crazy up in profit and would literally just give my shit back, like in Tokyo section. You know what I'm saying? Just being so addicted to the game, bro.
Yo, let me tell you this. How many
What's
times
that?
how many times did you run up accounts and then blow them without withdrawing money? How many times?
Hey, I guess that was my broker's favorite thing. You
Oh, we
feel me?
like this guy.
I said, man's got a gambler mentality, bro. I feel like that's so hard to get past to that gambler's mentality. Like, but bro, like because even in the casino, you kind of go in, you already know, like, oh man, I'm about to boom, I'm only gonna bring in 500. Like, okay, yeah, until you start winning. You know what I'm saying? Then you like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I can do this all day. All I gotta do is just win 2 more. Like your mind starts calculating, and the thing is, you've already bought the yacht already. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, so it's like,
It's already there. The car is already there.
you feel me?
The car's already there, and just before you know it, someone comes in your mind and repos it away. It's like gone.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So like your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
How'd you start? Like had you start on Instagram first and YouTube? Like what's that? I think I saw like one of the videos of your YouTube, like it was like a light roasting session, and I found it really hilarious. I was like, man, this guy's not serious at the same time. He's smoking this blunt at the same time. He's trading,
Yeah.
and it's just as hilarious the way it was explanations. Like, how did that YouTube motivation came on?
So for me, bro, like I kind of always wanted to do YouTube, but like for so long I've lived a private life. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do have like a lot of little celebrity friends or whatever. So it's like, shit, I come around and I don't pull out my phone camera. I come around, we smoke, we drink, like we party. It's like, I just respect people's privacy and stuff. But I looked at YouTube and was like, the thing was, I was at YouTube before I was on YouTube. So if you go look at like some of my old stuff, you'll see me at YouTube Space in Los Angeles. And, you know, I was just basically coming to different sets and stuff like that. I was working with a channel called Strength Project.
Oh,
And
nice.
shit, and multiple other channels and stuff like that. So that was kind of like my way into the game. You know, bro really looked out for me and held the door open. You know what I mean? So shit. Shout out to Arash, even though he probably like, yeah, he gave me a shout out, but bro, I'm humble. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Like I'm humble and I really fuck with the people who put me on. So like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So bro kind of held the door open for me at YouTube and let me come in and build my brand. You know what I mean? So I've got to work with numerous different types of companies. Shit. Numerous people, and it was the fact that I was there, but every time I was there, it wasn't my name. Like it's like you got to sign in using your channel name. It wasn't my channel name, and I didn't ever feel some type of way, but I always just knew I was like, damn, like one day, you feel me? If I keep grinding, like my name could be right here on one of these studio doors too.
Yeah.
You know, like you come into the stage and then it says like it was like boom, Strength Project, and that to me that was like, man, like if I could just get TY right there, let's go. But I really just asked like, hey man, how do you build a channel? Like what are you supposed to do? And it was just he was always telling me it's your community, and I never really knew, you know, what he meant about the community until I was able to build a community. And like to be honest, I don't know how my channel built, bro. Like my goal wasn't to go get a bunch of subs. To be honest, it was just like I seen people doing this Forex shit, and like I was doing this Forex shit. So I'm like, bro, if these fucking guys are running up these damn numbers and shit on YouTube, I'm like, bro, if I just get on here and show people like, man, we don't even need to do all that. Like Forex isn't even all the drama and stuff that people put behind it. It's literally just what you see right here. Simple math. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's true, and like you're right. It takes consistent action, like doing the same thing every day, not worrying about followers or subscribers. Like if you just do what you really like to do, I think there are people who think on the same wavelengths as you, and they're the ones who will follow you. You know,
I
or
understand.
like they're the ones who are gonna support you because man, like okay, listen, there are like 7 billion people in the world. You know,
Yeah.
if you start counting to 1 billion, it's gonna take you 33 years. You know, and I mean there are
Understand?
a lot of people, so people don't like you know, like sometimes, you know, I have guys that say, hey man, like, you know, I started this page like, you know, 2 months ago, it's not growing, what should I do? I'm like, man, just keep posting. Just keep posting, just do you.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll start gathering people who thinks on the same wavelength as you, but it's just going to take time. And once it starts, it's just going to be an exponential curve going up.
Facts. Big facts.
All right, let's see if we have any questions here in the gulag. So we call the YouTube chat the gulag. Ever Call of Duty?
Oh God, bro. I don't play as often, but I do kind of browse through the game before I get to Fortnite.
Oh yeah, okay.
But nah, what's up? They got questions in there?
Yeah. What year did you become a profitable trader?
The
Or
same year I started trading.
Or how would you define a profitable trader? Let's put it that way.
Okay, well, I think it's a difference between profitable and consistent. Okay, so profitable is being able to get in and make money. Consistent is being able to get in and keep the money that you made. You know what I mean? So, profitable, I feel like it was easy to become profitable because, like I said, my background was kind of like looking at stocks, but I wasn't spending money in the stock market. You know what I mean? So, but looking at it, seeing what was going on, just kind of opening up a chart. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at, but I got a chart open and you don't. So now I'm pulling in you type of deal. And that was kind of like my first whole angle, bro. You know what I mean? Just walking around, like, bro, I used to walk around in high school with a tablet fucking looking at charts. But the thing is, I don't even know what I was looking at. But it was so dope it was so dope to the fact that it was like, okay, one day I'll figure this out. You know what I mean? But so the profit, look, so profitable. So I feel like everybody can make money. And that's just like the world. You go to work, you make money, you do whatever you do, you make money. But the hardest thing in the world is keeping the money that you made. Because, okay, you can make $2,000, right? But then, like, shit, a pair of shoes may cost like, I mean, it depends on what type of shoes, like from like 100 to like 1,200 plus. So let's say you were like, fuck it, I just made $2,000, but I'm gonna go buy the $1,200 pair of shoes. Okay, but the thing is, that was a horrible investment because you've already put up shit. Damn near 70% of your money, you know what I'm saying, on a pair of shoes that's not gonna bring you no type of bread back. So the thing is was that I had that same mentality inside of the marketplace. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I felt like if I had a great morning, I could keep having the same type of day over and over and over. And it was just like, nah, you can't really get it cracking like that. Because the longer you go, it's like, if you scale down, okay, you might be able to go all day. But I will make money and then try to scale up. And then try to scale up, and then try to scale up. So by the time I got to the bigger lot, like shit, all it took was that one little move against me, and everything I worked for is gone. You know what I mean? So I was getting profitable, but I was horrible at being consistent. And then I was like, let me just focus on being consistent. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's really what took my game to the next level. Just like not really scaling up right after I made the crazy profit, but just like if you were to go to the gym, like, okay, yeah, you can lift, but you're not about to go too high, too fast. You're just going to stay at a level until you're able to put some pounds on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Like slow and steady, like you start increasing slowly. Yeah, I think that's the main problem. Like, also guys have that they just scale up too fast. Like if let's say they're doing like 0.5, from 0.5 they jump to like, looks like, yeah, like from 0.5 they'll jump to 1 real quick. Oh man, let me get on that 1 real quick. No man, where's 0.75? Like where's 0.8? Yeah.
You say you skipping steps.
Yeah, you're skipping steps. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the way we started, I mean, the way I started heading consistent was, so the way we started trading in the start was basically we're looking at like, I was basically looking at 4 or 5 pairs, majority USD pairs, and all the 4-hour candles.
So you're from, not to cut you off, but you're from out here in the US?
No, Canada, Toronto.
Shout out to Toronto. Okay.
Shout out to Toronto, where we make igloos in the summer and winter time we live in them. But yeah, so so we just look at the 4-hour candles, right? So we just see, okay, if a 4-hour candle closes at a support, 10 pip stop loss, take a buy. If it closes at a resistance, 10 pip stop loss, take a sell at like 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m., and 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 9 a.m. We'll look at every 4-hour candle. If it would close, take a trade. For the most part, that was a very profitable strategy, because like on a higher time frame, if a candle closes at a zone, then on the lower time frame, like 1 minute or the 30 minute, the 1 hour and the 30 minute, there's a higher chance of it retracing, or rejecting it, and it would reject it like for 10, 15 pips, it come to that, take profit, move to the next trade. Then the only time, I started losing was when, price would go against me, and when price would go against me in the start, I was like, okay, well, either it hit my stop loss and then I started learning more, studied more about trend lines and Fibonacci's, harmonics, because I thought the more I knew, the more I'm gonna make. And then
Understand.
yeah. So then when price was to come to my stop loss, I'm like, no, I'm gonna remove this shit. No, 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 no. I'm removing the stop loss from here.
I feel
And
you.
that was the downfall, from there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So do
and
you always trade with a stop, or are you kind of play it loosely?
no, now I use stops. Now I
Okay.
use stops. Now I use stops to the point that so we have this one thing, right? So we do this one risk management thing, and
Okay.
it's like, let's say if we're in a cell, right? Let's say we're in
Okay.
a cell, and all right, let me just find like a good example here.
Okay.
So all right. So let's say that someone took a sell right after this candle closed, right?
Okay.
So what the thing is that I'm going to have my stop loss above the high of the previous candle, knowing that,
Okay.
okay, if price is going to go down, price is going to make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? And in the same time, now what the candles are going to do, candles are also going to, form lower highs and lower lows if they will go in a solid downtrend, right? And
Yeah.
and if the previous candle, let's say the previous candle starts to break the high of the previous one, then the downtrend is invalid, right?
Understand.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place my stop up over here. So let's say if price comes back to the high of the previous candle, at that point I'm gonna close, let's say 50% of the position,
Understand.
right? Because let's say it's a smaller time frame, so I'm not sure whether the smaller time frame is really going to reverse, because maybe the 30 minutes just making a top wick, or the 1 hour is making a top
Understand.
wick. But just to be safe, you have to take some sort of stress, anxiety out of the trade, right?
That's
Because like,
understandable.
oh yeah, bro. 'Cause like, if you remember in the start, I mean, this used to happen to me too. I mean, as soon as price would hit my stop loss, or as soon as I would close the trade just because I got scared, price would always go my way. And I'm like,
That's funny. Yeah, that's very true.
man, so instead of closing the whole position, why not close a portion of it?
Yeah.
That way, not only you're reducing the risk, plus you're staying in the game. You're not out of the trade completely.
I understand, bro. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, so I think to me, to really get to a consistent level, I really had to work on losing less, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
bro.
yeah, controlling those losses.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, like, we can't control the outcome. We can speculate the outcome. Like, we
Yeah,
can kind of like guesstimate where price will go, but we can't really control it, you
that's
know?
true. That's true.
Yeah,
I guess
so
until you get a little bit more influence, then they're gonna take your phone away from you, bro.
yeah, exactly.
They said Roger about the tweet. Hold on, hell no, nah. If he was over here having a good morning, here he go talk about some the economy's doing good.
Yeah, and you start going in full retard mode on the market, man. You gotta stay
You
away
feel
from it.
me? That's funny, man. But yeah, that's so dope. But I like that ideology with the stop loss, and just being able to take those profits early and cut half the position down. I feel like just with that little bit right there, like you gave away a lot of gems, and a lot of people, they be here listening for gems and shit, But I really felt like that was a gem right there. That was a diamond, bro. Just kind of letting people know.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, we have another question. Where'd you get
Okay.
that hoodie?
I make these joints.
Oh, you make these hoodies?
Yeah.
Damn, man, you gotta hook us up with the link. Do you have
How
the link
many?
over here?
How many is it? No, I don't have the link. Shit, So I'll tell you about these hoodies, right? And
All
the whole
right.
story behind the whole brand, the trade gang and stuff like that. So when I built the brand, like I built it with Supreme in mind. So there, in a sense, there's really no true foreign, like there was no Forex streetwear, bro. Like I wanted to have something that represented like the shit that I did, and I wanted it to look cool. Like the thing is, you'll notice you got a lot of trap type shirts, and what I mean is like they have like the characters with the lean cup and fucking blunts in the hand, like a lot of trap type shit. You know what I mean? So I wanted the culture of Forex. That's why we got the dance and everything. I really wanted to be. I really wanted to try to help push the culture forward. So I designed this kind of like at first I got the idea from Gucci. You feel me? So a lot of
Yeah,
people they don't pay homage to the designers and shit like that. But bro, anytime if I do use a move like that, like I pay homage for the simple fact I know the rules of the game. But at the end of the day, if you look at the shoe Bape has the same design as an Air Force One with a Bape logo on it. So the thing is, I kind of knew my rules and what I could do and how I can break them if I just did shit in a different way. You know what I mean? So like initially, this is one of the designs that Gucci had used. They had like Paris, France right there. But I'm like, you know what? Let me do that same shit, but let's vibe it out with Forex. And I felt like that's why people fucked with it. So so that was the story behind how I built up the brand or whatever. But the Supreme aspect. So I felt like what was dope about Supreme is, well, Kanye kind of does the same thing, but he'll do a drop, but it's always like a limited time drop, and then the resale value is where everybody makes all the money at. So I was like, yo, I love that concept of not putting a lot out there and then letting the value, if people wanting the shit, go up. Like if people want it, then well, it's not 100 anymore. It's whatever you want to place on it. So I was always thinking, well, in a sense, Stockx. So anytime you do come shopping with Trey Gang or something, like you're not just buying a shirt, you're not just buying a hoodie. You're like buying that shit and trying to get it, and then you're trying to hold it because you know we're gonna discontinue the item, and then shit, if I keep blowing up or whatever, and I mean, the community keeps growing, then well, the value of whatever item or product that is you have, that shit goes up. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm always gonna do a limited time drop. I don't mind shooting you guys. I don't mind shooting you like a hoodie. You just gotta let me know the size and stuff. And then yeah, bro, I'll definitely make that happen for you. But like I said, like what's dope is like, yeah, either A, you could wear it, or B, you could just let it stay in this packaging and just hold it, bro. Feel me? Wait a few months, wait a year or some shit, and then like go check Stockx. Like that same hoodie, you might be able to find it for 1,000, 1,500. Like I'm gonna keep working my ass off on my side, you know, to keep bringing value. So you know.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
That's actually a really interesting thing. You know what? I've watched like, you know, like the Jordan Dior's and stuff like that have come out. Like I you know, you just try and keep up with sort of current events. Yeah. But that's I've never heard it explained that way. That's actually you're basically creating your own your own marketplace and your own economy. Yeah. So it's really intriguing because, you know, me being, you know, in FX and being in the markets and things like that, you're always looking to say, okay, how can I be the owner of something, right? Like that's your end goal. Like with FX, your end goal is you first you learn, then you trade, then you're like, okay, how do I scale this out? How do I build a business from that? And then with clothing, it's sort of the same thing, because when you look at it, you know, you can keep selling, but then it gets stale because, you know, there's thousands of those or whatever it is, you know, there's a large quantity out there. So hearing somebody explain it that way, it's really intriguing, because if you're able to, I guess, promote that idea, and like you said, and the thing that resonated with me the most is you said, I'm continuing to build my value, so that will push the value of, you know, sort of my clothing. And that, I think that's really important. That brings a different dynamic to things, because essentially if you keep your quantities low, obviously with supply and demand, but it holds you accountable. Yeah. Because, you know, people are you know, wearing this clothing, or, you know, whatever they're doing with it, but then you're creating that value, which is intrinsically creating a demand for that clothing line. That's actually interesting, Raja. You should be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that idea real quick now.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really good idea. You make limited edition
everything,
things, and then what you would basically do, I mean, you could basically create your own marketplace, a customized marketplace, where you'd be like, hey, these are limited edition 1s or 2s, and I mean, when you have a strong enough following, it'd be interesting to see if somebody could create a clothing marketplace like that, like for different genres, and you know, create an auction house. I mean, I know they have different websites, but to have one community site, I wonder if that's available.
That's tight.
Yeah, because I mean, you know what, like you said, you have all this limited edition clothing, and people would be putting that up there. You know, you'd have value to add, and people wanted it bad enough, they would just bid it up.
Hell yeah. Oh, bro, checking out the Stockx. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check it out now.
I'm telling you, bro, Stockx is crazy, bro. Like, It's crazy, man. You'll notice, like,
Whoa.
all the Supreme drops, like, bro,
Four.
whatever.
Yo, this is they're
But do you see it though? And look at the high, look at the buy and the sell, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wow.
So in a sense, it's like the clothing stock market. It has a ticker there, bro. Like if you looked at the top, it said ticker, and it had the item and brand of whatever that ticker was, so you can follow the shit alone, bro. So it's crazy how they set it up, but you know.
Yeah, wow, it's crazy. Oh yeah, right
Like
here.
you see the ticker right there, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like a garment stocks.
Yeah.
Oh wow, highest. So this is the spread. The spread is like around like $18.
That's the spread.
The spread is $18.
Yo, imagine a binary options broker spawned on the back of this shit right here. People are betting on if the supreme value is gonna go up or down on the t-shirt. Man, the future's looking crazy, bro.
Man, but look at this. The retail was $38, and now it's like $188.
Yeah, that's how quick it goes up, bro. Like, and then it has the number of sales. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. You know?
Wow, $1,000 for this T-shirt. The $966. Yo, man, what is this? Retail was $400. It's the black shirt with Supreme on.
Hey, man, they figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They figured it out, bro. Like, to me, like I said, bro, this brand is interesting. Just how they built themselves, man. But, you know.
Wow, the highest price was $2,000. Wow, go figure.
See, and it's funny because people get mad at that, right? People get mad at the value of those shirts, but I can never get mad at these kind of ideas because obviously there's a marketplace for it. You know, I always go back to, and my famous quote is from the Simpsons episode. It was a Halloween episode where they had all these big brands and they came alive. So there was, you know, like the donut guy and all these different, like all the mascots of the different brands came alive. Yeah. And Lisa Simpson says, you know, if you want to kill the mascots, you just don't look, right? And this is where I get into arguments with people where it's like they get, well, how come this person's making this? How come they can charge this? How come they can do this? It's like because the marketplace has dictated that, right? If you turn around and you say, okay, my streetwear that I've built or my Forex wear, I'm gonna charge $200 a hoodie. And you sell out of those hoodies, the marketplace has dictated that was the right price. People get so offended by that, and I don't understand how you can get offended. If you don't like a $200 hoodie, and excuse me, that's not the price you're willing to pay, leave it on the shelf.
Just don't buy.
Yeah, just don't buy it. Then the value will go down because they'll be forced to drop the price. Yeah. But people flock to these things, and they don't use common sense, and then they complain about it afterwards. Like I'm all for a free market. If it's a free market, like we're in FX, we're in the markets. The market dictates the price. You decide how much you want to pay. If that's too expensive for you, you don't pay it. But if people are willing to pay it, how can you argue with somebody? If I've got a pair of used sneakers and someone loves Uncle Ted and they want to spend $600 on my sneakers, take them for $600.
Do you feel me?
Yeah, like what am I supposed to do? Like that's not my fault. Like you've
and then the bigger you get, not to cut you off, but the bigger you get, shit, it was 600, but then once again, you are Uncle Ted. So like, then it comes down to, well, did you wear those sneakers? Yeah. How long did you wear them? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the center of your foot still like, bro? People are weird. Like they'll assign value all the way to the smallest detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and that's why, like, I when I have discussions with people, like people message me and things like that, you know, they get so angry with people selling different things, and they're like, well, this is a ripoff, this doesn't make sense, and it's like, but the market decided that. You decided, someone placed a value on something, they're selling something for $1, and the market decided that they want to pay $1. It's not up to us as you know, as business people or, you know, people selling clothing to assign that value. It's the marketplace that assigns that value. And it's such a skewed philosophy a lot of people hold, where it's like, yeah, man, you got a shirt on that you wore on Wicksdontlie live stream, you're going to raffle that off. You get $10,000 for that hoodie. Yeah, it's just a hoodie. But to somebody else, there was an intrinsic value to that. And you know what? Go get mad at that guy for bidding the price up to 10,000. Like, you can't get mad at yourself.
For sure run that joint up, bro. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? But no, I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. I feel like we are in a capitalistic society, and I do encourage entrepreneurship. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I've always said to people, because people have always gotten mad where they say, well, there's too many FX mentors, there's too much course selling, there's too much this. It's like, you've created that demand. Like, if people have created that, like, don't buy anything then there's no more FX demand, right? Like, I mean, it's so counterintuitive. People get angry at other people. It's like, I can't get angry at other people. I get angry at the marketplace that's dictated that that's what they want. Right? If this stream is horrible, like people say it is, why are there 2,000 people here? They've dictated the value of the stream.
I'm telling you, bro, people just be talking shit just because. I think people have assholes, bro, and opinions are like assholes. Like, everybody has one. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I really feel like the thing is, like, some people are just uncertain with themselves. So like just because they can't enjoy their own comfort, you know what I mean? Like, okay, you're enjoying yourself and living life. I gotta go mess that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, bro, but it's like, in a sense, some people find joy in others' misery. You know what I mean? Like, beats me. You feel me? I've always been one of the positive people.
I never understood that either. Like, I just, in growing up, like, if I saw someone doing better than me, I didn't really get upset. I just sort of just was like, wow, congratulations. Like, they must be doing something I'm not. Like, I've always done that. Like, it was foreign to me. I think when I came to social media, it was very foreign to see people get mad at other people, where, you know, like when I like, I always look at when I was playing basketball and I was in grade 11, I couldn't dunk a basketball. I was 6'4", and all my team would get mad at me. They'd be like, man, how come you can't dunk? You're so tall. You're playing power forward. You should be able to dunk. And it was just like, I never turned around and lashed out at them. I'm just like, yeah, that's true. Like, why can't I dunk? Like, what's wrong with me? And then my coach basically put me on a program for plyometrics and strength building. And within 2 months, I was able to dunk a basketball because I was just pure focused on that. But it's just, you know, like, I never understood, like, if you know, like, you own a Rolls Royce, you own these cars. It's like, I can't get mad at you for owning those vehicles because it doesn't impact my life. Like, you know, like, if I honestly, if I wanted a Rolls Royce, I would turn around and be like, hey, so how did you, like, where did you go? How's the financing?
Look, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you the truth about that too. I felt like it was the dumbest decision ever, bro. And let me tell you why. Just because, like, you're supposed to buy the house and shit that brings you money before you buy a depreciated asset. Like, I just had to do a repair on that junk already. You know what I mean? It's a little bit older, but it's like it was just the whole fact that it was like, in a sense, it's kind of like dead money, bro. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know, it's just being young and dumb. Like, if I would have knew what I do now, shit, back then before I purchased, bro, I wouldn't even purchase that shit. And the reason being is because, like, I can go get some fucking income properties, bro, and shit with the same price. You know what I'm saying? I probably buy like 5 different homes.
You get the car, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's an important thing too. I mean, we stress that a lot. Like, people always ask me, they're like, you know, like, how come you don't have a fleet of cars? And I mean, I always say, well, I can only drive one at a time, but I bought the cars that I wanted. Like, I really enjoy the cars that I have. And, you know, when I go buy another car, you know, I'm very meticulous in what I want. But to your point, I think as much as you learn from that experience, you can't fault people for doing that. Like, at the time when you made the purchase, it was a symbol
of the best thing ever.
It was a symbol of your success. It was a symbol of the fact that that's what you defined yourself as, you making it. And this is where I balance my argument, similar to what you said, with people that are younger. You know, because everyone wants a supercar, everybody wants that. And I always tell people, I'm like, think long and deep about why you want that car. Like, did you want that because you know, if you drive down the street, people are going to come up to you and ask you, like, how did you get there? Like, at first that was my whole joint. Like,
it was purely fucking off ego and status. You know what I mean? That's why I said it was like the dumbest decision ever. So I feel like for me, that was my first thing. I wanted the looks. I wanted, oh man, he got up. But bro, there's millionaires, multi-millionaires, right? Like you go to Beverly Hills, no cap. You fucking go look in the driveway, you'll see like one Bentley, it's probably like a Continental GT. Oh, Bentley. Guess what the other car is? A fucking Ford or a Prius, bro. But you're like, this mansion is crazy. Why would you not go get all the, but it's because they got the $30 million house, you know what I'm saying, sitting on top of the hill. So it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think everybody that makes it always has that one defining moment where it's like they wanna make a purchase or they want to do something that, you know, solidifies that. And then as you continue to grow, and obviously you're in that second or third phase of growth, you realize you're like, hey, the people that have rolled with me from day one or the people that recognize me, they don't recognize me for what I drive or what I own. They recognize me for who I am as a person. And, you know, now you're like, I've always told people, like, you want to sort of secure a property because, man, I remember when I got my first property, it was, you know, like for me, it's like, if shit hits the fan tomorrow, at least I got a place to live. Because the worst feeling in the world would be you lose all your money trading and you got this like $300,000 car on the driveway. And now you gotta like try and figure out a place to live.
Shit, or the expensive condo, bro.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah, like and that's what I've always looked at, and I think like people don't like that because they want to have something that they can show off right away. But man, you take 300,000-400,000 and you buy a few properties within a year and a half, you're gonna have those properties paying for your Lambo or your Rolls Royce, and you know what? Now you've got something on top of that. It's just financial education and financial literacy that a lot of people just have to learn from. And you know, like I said, I always tell people, like, don't get me wrong, go enjoy yourself. Like, you know, I'm older than most people, so I don't have the same interests or same taste. So like, I don't understand the allure of, you know, running down the street in a Lambo, like even down in Toronto, like there's, you know, the rich area in Toronto, like downtown, people drive like supercars like nonstop. And I always walk by, like I was down there the other week, and I always walk by and I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, so this is what you're doing, driving up and down the street. Like they do like 3 or 4 laps, and I'm just like, like I'm going to eat dinner. Like I'd rather go eat somewhere than, you know, drive my car for 4 laps around the block. But it's one of those things. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I saw a really nice Wraith that was all, you know, like it had a matte black wrap on and everything like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy nice cars. But
shit,
then,
even with those, bro, not even to cut you, because you brought up the luxury cars and you brought up driving around the block. So the funny thing is, right, before I moved, like the building I used to stay in, so I still people like the cars and stuff that are around. So what they didn't know though is that those cars would never move, bro. So even though you think people are, oh yeah, you got the Lambo, but that motherfucker's parked, bro. Like, and it been parked for the past 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that was me. Like I had to, like I said, like since I was, because man, like, so I'm trying to explain it. I guess it was like my environment that I was around. Like everybody had something. Like it was kind of like status symbol. Like one person will go get a fucking Lambo. The next thing you know, you'll see somebody pop up with the new plates on the Bentley. The next thing you know, so people are like indirectly competing with each other underground. So you would go underground, and if your shit wasn't up to par, you'd be like, you know what? Let me not even go underground because I gotta get right first, you know? But I felt like, first off, that was stupid. Second off, like I said, like a lot of those cars were just parked on the ground. So when you see out and people are like, oh man, this guy got the Lambo, you don't know that, bro's driving that Lambo today. But the thing is, A, it's probably leased as fuck. B, mans can't put more than 2,500 miles on it per year. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just a lot of other things that people don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. And I feel like that's what opened up my eyes literally to dead money. Because I looked at these cars that I know people invested in that they're paying on monthly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the bill would be like $1,200. Sometimes it's like $35, depending on whatever their credit is or whatever. You know what I mean? But shit, I know these guys are paying on these cars monthly and shit. But like, why are you even paying and spending? Imagine getting that $1,200 check. Imagine getting that $3,200 check. You know what I mean? And then one of the reasons that I got my car is because, like, at first the car was a rental and it was already being rented out to different like celebs and stuff. So I picked it up simply on the premise that, okay, everybody had this in their video. I want to get it. But then for two, I seen that as like, well, wait, if other people are renting out this car and it was already being rented out, I could just pick up shit. All I gotta do is keep up the maintenance, and I can get back in the business and shit. Rent my shit off for $1,500 a day. Rent my shit off for $2,000 a day, depending on what type of time it is, depending on the season and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons I made the purchase. But like I said, I felt still was dumb, just because like, what if it's not in season? Like when the whole Corona shit hit, a lot of the car rental shit kind of went out of the game, and you weren't able to get the car up. You weren't able to, oh man, I got this for $1,200, come pick it up for the day. I got it for $15, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it kind of, that shit fucked up a lot of the business. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had to do other things.
Yeah, I've always laughed because I was watching TV last night, and I was just gonna post just on my Instagram story, because I'm thinking, I'm like, nobody ever does like a house reveal, or nobody ever flexes all the houses they own. All I ever see is like how many cars people have bought in the last year and stuff like that. And I always thought about that, and it's like it's interesting because that's the trend that promotes itself. First thing people talk about, you see Instagram stories, you see surveys, and those questions. It's like, which car should I get next? No one's ever talking about, hey, where should I go buy my next property? And I always find that funny. Like, I would always love to do that one day, because I own several properties, and it'd just be like, but I guess it's just the culture, and I mean, I admit all the time that I'm not with it. Like, I don't understand a lot of things that happen on social media. Like, it's very hard for me to figure out. Like, I enjoy these kind of conversations because I hear from somebody who has done that lifestyle and realized that, hey, this doesn't make sense. And now you've grown as a person, and you're coming out swinging harder because now you have assets. You're backing yourself up with other projects and other businesses, and that's truly what people should be learning from. And that's where the respect comes from. It's not from the fact that you don't have to come in here. And this is where I talk to a lot of people. You don't have to come in here and hold an ego and be like, yeah, I bought that because I made it. You said it yourself. You're like, hey, I enjoyed it, but then when I started to take a deeper look, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, what am I doing? When you start to see where real wealth is, and real people making real money are doing, and then you start to look and you're like, yeah, like maybe I don't need this car. And who knows, maybe in 2 years, 3 years from now, you buy that car back, or you buy a different version, or whatever you do, because you're more comfortable financially, not in the sense that you don't have money, but you've made more sound decisions where you're like, hey, I'm getting passive income at like 10 or 20,000 a month now, and I'm not really working for it. Hey, so maybe I can splurge on this. Like, I can write it off on one of my businesses.
I understand. And what's dope about that is I like how you kind of went all the way back to breaking down the structure of how things should be. Because I got like mentors, man. And the thing is, like, once I did make a purchase like that, they told me, bro, that was the dumbest shit in the world. And then they start questioning, well, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? And you got to think, like I said, bro, some people got yachts and shit. Like, and the way I'm flexing, I'm like on some young, I got it out. And they like, bro, first off, chill out. Second off, you got hella levels to go. You know what I'm saying? Third off, humble yourself and really get cracking and learn. Cause like even with the car, like I said, like shit, it was the ego thing. I'm driving down the street, music bumping. I'm like, oh shit, I got the big rims. It was like boom, like just straight ego, bro, pure ego. But like I said, just having different people come into my life and kind of be like, hey man, you should chill the fuck out. If you really want to be wealthy, this is how you do it. You think that you're gonna make money over here? What are you, a day trader or some shit? Okay, so your gains are going up and down, huh? Okay, well, do you got any long-term investments? You know what I mean? And they start really breaking into like my psyche, and it's like shit. Like when you have somebody that's bigger than you, challenging you, like it kind of, it's like what the fuck, like, but you can't really challenge them back because it's like, hey, you're not really at that level. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I gotta crush the ego and just listen, bro. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's what helped me get to that next level, is just having, other mentors just kind of tell me like, shit, you ain't shit, bro. You just caught in the game. Chill out, cut the ego, and let's grow. And if you really want to get to the next level, you gotta, in a sense, shit, kill who you are today. You know what I'm saying? And become a new person. Like, I feel like every time you go up a level, you take on the butterfly effect. A butterfly doesn't become or a caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly unless it's inside of the cocoon. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you got to cocoon up, you have to grow, and then you become a butterfly again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's important, and I think like this is a very good conversation. I mean, I'm reading some of the Gulag chat, and people are, they're making their comments and things like that. But I think when people replay this live stream, or they listen to the replay,
Yeah.
it hits home. And this is. I wish there wasn't so much ego around finance, around being successful, because it's humbling when you start to go up those levels, when
Yeah.
you meet somebody who's a multi-millionaire that lands in a private jet and just sort of looks at you and is like, really?
Yeah.
Like you think but you don't. And when you start running with those circles, and you're now the small fish in the big pond, like you start to realize, like, I have ways to go. Like I don't even want to talk about, because you get intimidated. You don't even want to talk about what you have. Like I talk to businessmen and bankers that are very wealthy, and they're talking about their ranch outside of New York City, or their home in Bali, and their home in Fiji and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there going, wow, okay, yeah, like, I mean, and it's like, oh yeah, we're flying over here for Christmas, and then we're gonna take the jet and fly this way over here, and you sit back and you're like, okay, I can get on a jet, and then you start to realize, like, these guys own the jet, and it's like,
but
they're
paying, you feel me?
Yeah, like they're paying fuel, they're paying maintenance, they're paying everything just to go for like a week vacation somewhere.
And it
just
doesn't
so that
even
they
affect their pockets, bro.
That's right, yeah, and it's just, that's why, like, when you look at social media, and I try and talk to people, it's like, there's a bigger world out there that, if people actually go up those levels, you start to see people and you start to meet people, because it's just organic. Like you probably know, like, how you met everybody. You probably can't even figure out how you met everybody. It was just, hey, I got my buddy. You meet somebody at a bar or meet somebody at a restaurant, you're having dinner, it's like, oh, I got this guy I want to introduce you to. And that's how you get introduced to these people. And then suddenly it's like, you realize, like, I'm really small. Like, and I made the comment the other week, like I was at dinner, it's like, people in Toronto, they'll spend like $8,000-9,000 at the club, right? And they're going out of control, and it's like, yeah, but you're in Toronto. Like, if you had that kind of money, why aren't you flying away for the weekend to Miami, or like, why aren't you going somewhere where you can actually really pop off, right?
Bread.
So like, I mean, that's, I always really take a step back, and it's like, yeah, I enjoyed the Toronto nightlife and Toronto scene, but then it's like, I'm a big fish in a small pond here. Like, if I go to Vegas, people are spending 200,000-300,000 in a night.
Bro, I'm saying though.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit, at that poker table, at the high stakes poker table, your buy-in might be 100, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? So it's just, I think that's where financial literacy, that's what really humbles you. And that's why, like, if you look at the most successful people, they're rarely talking about what they're buying and how they're buying it, just because it's just like, when you start to meet real people and people that have more than you, it's embarrassing. Like, I talk to people, it's like, oh, it honestly is, and it's not done as a slight. Like, this is the thing, like, businessmen don't do it as a slight, but it's just like, you're not at that level. Like, I still remember the conversation I had, and it was with an investment banker, and we were talking, and he's like, oh, for Halloween we go to my ranch. Like, he has a ranch outside New York City, and he's like, I take my kids trick-or-treating, I have to drive them around in my truck, because that's how big the properties are spread apart. So we have to go visit our neighbors, I have to drive to them. And I'm sitting here, like, but when you hear that, he wasn't doing that as an ego check.
Nah, it was
that's
his
his
life.
That's his life. He doesn't know anything better, right? And you're sitting there, I'm like, well, I never really had to get driven around for trick-or-treating. I just sort of walked to the next house. But they all did that, right? So, when you start to listen to those stories, you start to take a step back, and you're like, man, there's levels to this game that people, it has nothing to do with Instagram. Like, forget Instagram. Instagram is like just the bottom of the basement, right? Like, we're just scratching the surface. But when you start to move up there, it actually gets really scary. How much wealth there is.
I feel like shit. The true multimillionaires, like, it's like, I know a few multimillionaires, bro. And like, if you ask me what the Instagram following is, it's under like 2,000 fans. And you'd be like, well, why? But it's because the real shit is so consistent. It's not like your Instagram influencer who got to post every few days because his shit don't add up. It's like, when you see the real life, it's like every day, yeah. And the thing is, like, you would think these guys will get all the followers. But at the end of the day, people are like, man, fuck that dude. Like, all dude's doing is posting in this yacht every day. Like, yeah, you're happy. But then the thing is, like, every time you look at it, because your Instagram life doesn't match up to his real life, like, it's gonna make you insecure. And I feel like even for me, like, bro, I feel like shit, I had to check myself a few times just on that shit too. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, man, I've had so many different checks and balances. Like I said, I do have a lot of celebrity friends and people who are in the industry. So like, just being able to move around and get around certain people, and you see like how the audience reacts to others other than like, it's bro, the whole shit fucks you up. You know what I mean? So I felt like my most humbling experience really comes from being around people who have more than me, and for them literally to like in a sense, like, I feel like males have a dick swinging contest all the time. But to be around a dick swinging contest of sharks where people are like, yeah, boom, something about a yacht. Yeah, boom, something about a plane. Yeah, boom. And you like, damn, bro, like a yacht and a fucking plane. Like, bro, hold on. Well, that plane probably cost like, what was that? Like, boom, 10 million. Okay, the yacht, that's probably like a $200 million yacht. You like, whoa, like, but then you got to think, like, how the fuck are these people amassing so much wealth, bro? Like, so, like, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like that shit was humbling, man, just to get in some of those rooms around those movers and shakers and just be small for a minute, bro. Like, and people won't admit this shit, but yeah, I did feel insecure. Like, okay, boom, I got the fucking Rose parked outside and shit on the big shit, and you in here talking about some other bigger shit. Now I'm like, I'm gonna hold up my keys out because my Rose is a little bit older, so let me put my shit back in real quick, like. And suck up some game, you know what I mean? So it's like, it
really does humble you because, you know, you like, I've been to business meetings and, you know, you drive in there and, you know, like, you know, I drive my cars and, you know, like, same thing, I'll show up and, you know, you got the nice watch on your wrist. And then you like, I still remember I was in one of the top floors in downtown Toronto. I was in a business meeting there. We were working on a big project. We were pitching a new business. And this man was talking at a speed that I have rarely witnessed. And I was sitting there at the other side of the boardroom table, and I was taken back because I was like, man, this guy's like, if I don't come with proper information, this guy's just gonna rip me apart. And it was just boom, boom, boom. And it was the same thing where it's like, yeah, and you know, you go downstairs and, you know, he's got the Ferrari in the basement, like in the business office, right? And he drives off, but it's dirty. He doesn't care what it looks like, but it's just like, he just has it because that's par for the course, right? But you know, like you said, when you get surrounded by people that know that they're the shit, that intimidates you. That's true intimidation. When you have somebody that has that air of confidence and has the business acumen and also the stats to back it up, that's intimidating. And you know, when you sit down with somebody and you're trying to level up and you're in that room with 3 or 4, like, I would say, moguls that are doing big things, man, I don't even say anything. As much as I can say, I just sit quietly because
it's not even time to talk.
No, because you don't even know what to say. How are you? And it's not a matter of you trying to compete, but it's like, you're old news. Like, you have no value. Like, you feel so small, and it's not because you're not successful. It's because your eyes are opened up to how many levels there are in the world in terms of success, in terms of wealth, in terms of anything. And that's why I look at people and it's like, man, if you have $1 to your pocket and you come up and talk to me, I'm good with that. Like, I will never turn people down because I've seen that side where it's like, man, it's scary that, you know, there's that kind of, and don't get me wrong, these people are super nice. Like, you probably had the same experience. You're sitting there and they're joking with you. They're like, yo, why are you so quiet for? What are you doing? Like, how come you're not talking up? And it's because you're sitting there, it's like, I really got nothing to say. Like I can't compete with it.
To soak everything in, you know what I mean? Like, the most I've done in those type of situations is wait for everybody to say what they need to say and then ask questions. But it's not even like I want a question, a general question. It's like, oh, you're the guy who got the yacht. Okay, well, hey man, well, how did you get that? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not necessarily a direct, how did you get the yacht?
Yeah, you can't ask that question. I mean? Yeah, you can't ask that question because you look like a total idiot. I know that because I made those mistakes early on too, where it's like when I started to accumulate wealth, I'd go into these meetings and be like, yeah, so did you have to buy it like that? Like, what? And they look at you weird, like what am I supposed to be a salesperson to you? Like, am I supposed to show you the features? And it was like, it's only until you actually sit down with them and get to know with them, then they open up on their own own time.
Yeah.
Like I learned a lot about that. It's like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
especially like in Miami, people buying boats and stuff like that. It's like, oh, this is what I do, and then afterwards I'll trade this in and I'll upgrade here and I can do this, and you start to learn the ins and outs. But I made the mistake early on, and one day asking somebody, it's like, so how did you do that? And they're just look at you, they're like, what do you mean?
Everybody wants to tell you the secrets.
Yeah, it's just like you know, and then you learn the code. The code is basically when you're accepted by certain people, they let you in on everything, and then they tell you everything. They're like, hey, we're going to work on this project. We're going to cut you in here. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. So it's getting used to that mindset where you want to learn, but you get taught on your own. You get taught when the time's right, so to speak.
I like that. You said you want to learn, but you get taught when the timer is right.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey, they should look when people watch this back. This shit is full of so many gems, bro. Like,
oh, crazy.
You know?
Yeah. It's just good to hear some different perspectives, and I think people need to start absorbing that and understanding the true value. I mean, people are like, oh, you know, GJ's moving up and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, it's Friday. Don't worry about it. You'll survive. But take some of this into account, because there's going to be experiences that you're going to come across as a person. You're going to be put in scenarios like this. And it's just nice to have that kind of background where it's like, maybe now you know how to work with people. Like if you're in a networking event or you're trying to learn from somebody that has something, you start to realize like how to sort of move in those circles, and it'll exponentially increase your value and increase your worth a lot faster than, you know, stumbling and making these mistakes. Because I mean, you know, I've made these mistakes. Seems like Ty's made these mistakes. Like we, you know, at least we can tell you, like, you know, there's certain things that you don't want to do, and now you sort of have a little bit of an edge there where we learned it, you know, face value, like, you know, walking into a room and, you know, nobody told me that this is not what you're supposed to say, and I just said it, and, you know, suddenly you look like an idiot.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I got a question for you too. So when did you start trading?
About 6 years ago. I was working in finance since 2004. So I have a I had a university background in finance and law, and I went in 2004. I started working in the financial field. I was actually lucky. I applied to like 100 different companies as soon as I got out of university, and I got into an actual financial company. And then from there, I basically did like a job rotation program. Like I was really lucky that, you know, the organization promoted internal growth. So I was able to go from asset management to compliance. Did a lot of work in compliance, and I worked in actually my final position, I worked in investment marketing after that. So over like 13 years, I got a lot of experience and just a lot of information in terms of, you know, how things work and project management, things of that nature. And then, you know, obviously the financial side of the markets and, you know, how things work internally. So it did really well. I think for me, the biggest thing that I've learned, the biggest turning point for my trading was patience. I think that's the biggest thing people struggle with. And I work with a lot of people that have those issues. It's because you see things coming, and you're afraid that if you don't enter now, you're going to miss it. That's the biggest struggle from a new trader standpoint. And I had that. You know, I would enter a position because I'm like, oh man, if I don't get in, what if it goes down and I'm not there? And you know, now you're stuck in drawdown. You're sitting there. You're like, oh, this was stupid. Why did I do this? And then, you know, as you mature as a trader, you start to realize, you're like, man, this move like, you know, 20, 30, 100 pips. Like, I didn't need to be in the drawdown for 2 hours. I could have waited 2 hours and I could have caught it with no drawdown. And I think that's the epiphany of when you start to realize what trading is. You start to see so much of the markets and you experience so much. Man, there's big moves every day. Like this move on GJ, you'll catch this the next week. Like, it's not a big deal. And the people that are worried about it, it's like they've never seen it before, right? You know, and it scares them because they're like, well, you know, I could have caught this and now I can't. Like, what do I do? Excuse me. And it's like, man, next week you're gonna see the exact same thing again. Like,
for me, I take it light on Fridays. I was not to cut you off, but I was gonna say, for me, I take it light on Fridays. And I really try to, like, if I'm a swing, like, I just don't even look at my phone, because Fridays is, bro, that shit's an interesting day. You know what I mean? But shit, usually, bro, like, I'll try to get out of the market like Thursdays. I really try to trade Monday through Thursday. If I can find opportunity on like Sunday, it's like, oh, okay, I may be able to get into like the early trend. But overall, bro, like, I wouldn't even try to fuck with the market until Monday, like early morning Monday, maybe like 3 o'clock my time. So early morning Monday, and then probably like late Thursday or early evening Thursday. That's when I look to start tightening shit up. If I need to put in stops, okay, boom, stops, and I can try to swing it. That's if it allows me to swing. Like I've been trying to swing for a minute, bro. To be honest, like I've been getting taken out. You feel me? Just hitting my trailing stops just because fucking of the volatility, and then really because I've been playing my stops hella tight. So I feel like even with next week coming in, like shit, I'm gonna just have to basically reset, find myself a position, and really, I've been trying to get in trend with the economy because I'm thinking long term. Like I'm looking at all these long term companies and stuff, and as they do their thing, I'm looking at like the Dow Jones. That's like the top 30 companies. So I'm looking at the Dow, like okay, well, shit, I'm really trying to find a great position in and just ride that joint until it gets to like 30K. You know what I mean, or wherever it wants to go to eventually. Kind of like how I was able to do with NAS. You know what I mean, but shit, us 30 wasn't really trying to give me all the shit that I wanted to get. You know what I mean, so. I feel like before it reaches 30, I'm gonna really have to do a lot of in and out before I can really get in and find a position. Because I'm more so of like a position trader. Like if I think of it like the stock market. Like if I could take a position now or buy at the lowest value, okay, I'm not looking to exit for 6 months. I'm not looking to exit for a year. Or if it pays dividends, fuck it. I just need to wait for the price to come down again, stack up again, and I can get more dividends. You know what I mean? So it's like that's kind of how I take my approach with the marketplace and with Forex and stuff.
Ty, I got a quick question for you because I was just looking through your Instagram and I saw a post that you made because you took a couple of trades on Sunday and we were talking about like taking trades on Friday just to minimize risk and whatnot, right? So you did take a couple of trades on the Dow Jones on a Sunday. So fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it, right? How does that work for you as soon as the market opens?
Okay, so it's like this. So sometimes with the Dow, as soon as market opens, it might just get busy, right? But usually whatever direction it goes in, like it starts, let's say if Sunday opens and it starts going bullish, that's usually going to be the whole trend the entire Sunday. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just kind of got to be in early. So if you can, like my time, it's like, what is it? Like 3 p.m. or something that the shit opens, or 3:30, I forgot, whichever one of those times. So you kind of got to be in just early, wait for that little gap. The spreads are going to be high as fuck. I wouldn't say to do it just because it's hella risky. You know what I mean? But once you see that first move, boom, just buy or sell. Easy call, let that bitch rock. And now currencies are much different. But for like US 30, bro, like if you could catch that motherfucker on a bounce, like you'll notice, go look at all the US 30 gaps, like on the weekend coming in, you will notice the gap, literally, boom, it gaps and it goes in one direction. If it's down, it just goes down, and that's what it is, because that's how the pair moves. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's pretty much, I guess that's my strategy on Sunday if I do get in. But other than that, like sometimes I may have to wait and just find an opportunity. Let's say I missed that first burst. If I miss the first burst, I'm not gonna fuck with it at all. Just for the simple fact that it's like, okay, I know that the Dow Jones or the indexes, I know that their retests are so ruthless. It's like, okay, bro, shit, you might be up 100 points and then it slips back 101 points and then it pushes back 200 points all in 5 minutes. Like, what the
fuck? yeah.
Shit.
I trade the S&P since it moves about the same.
Okay. Hey, it's much less volatile too.
Yeah, the S&P is a little less volatile than the Dow.
But hey Tyler, morning. This is Kerwin over here.
What's up?
Yeah, man. I have a question, man. When you trade US 30 Dow, let's say you're entering a certain level, how many points is your stop loss?
Usually like 50 to 75.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
So that'll let me know early on, because like I said, like the Dow is a bitch, bro. You know what I mean? So the thing is, it's just like I'm trying to know early on if I'm right or wrong. So if I'm wrong, let me be wrong early on so I can adjust. You know what I mean? So that's really how I play it like that. Or sometimes I may get fucking stop hunted. So it's like, boom, I enter and then get stop hunted and then it go the other way. And it's like, damn, I got to take another entry. And I was like, my entry was good though, but like we're trading, but then our brokers are trading too. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know how it goes.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Yeah, it happens. The same happens to me. Yeah. Usually when and this is the thing with US 30, I find it easy because when it's trending, I mean, let's say it's rallying the entire day. Okay. So it was rallying since London, New York, and then you have an Asian session. So as soon the 4 hour candle open 9 p.m. my time in Miami, man, that shit start dropping. That's gonna be a nice drop toward London. It's gonna correct the price almost 50%.
Man knows the market. Okay, you understand the session times. Because really, I'm listening to you. I'm like, hold on, he talking about session times now. Like, and that's a big thing about us 32, bro. So just me sitting back listening to you talk about the session times, like, you know your shit.
Yeah, I find easy. To be honest, US30 for me, it's easy. Sometimes when it's in those heavy moves. And it's the same. If it's trending, you have this small resistance on 5 minutes. As soon as start breaking those resistance, man, just grab that shit and let it run.
Big facts.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. Like, so when I was making this Forex music shit, right? Like nobody was rocking with me. I'm gonna keep it buck with you. Nobody was rocking with me. I guess I kind of like had to force it on people or whatever. But the thing is this. So my whole goal behind the music was I wanted us all to be able to trade and listen to music together. You know what I mean? And my idea was if we can have a community that did this, like, what would that look like? And it wasn't like I was trying to be the leader at it or whatever, but it was just the whole fact that I wanted to know, like, what would that look like? And could we possibly all be at a concert trading and having fun at the same time? But then, like, you would make money doing that in a sense, right?
Run that shit.
But you feel me? So then I was like, holy shit, like, whoa, I'm fucking mind blown. Like, so we can like move the markets through music, but then like, shit, Donald Trump moves the market through fucking tweets. And this is Twitter. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, what if we got a lot of traders listening to, like, we needed our own type of vibe. Like, I was fucking trading, listening to like, yeah, I'm about to run up in the house, boom, 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 boom. It's like, yeah, this is my shit, but it's like, but you ain't talking that Forex shit though. So it's like, I'm vibing, dog. I'm here with you, but then it's like I'm not here with you because like I'm trading right now. I need some of that. If I was like I need the shit to be raw enough. You know what I mean? I need it to be raw, and I need it to be like shit hooding up the bot, bro. So I feel like that's what really got me into doing the Forex shit. But I don't know. Have you guys listened to anything yet or not?
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
kind of like
haven't.
drill music.
Haven't yet.
This is my music. The noise, the chaos. This streaming is my music. Like this is my music right here. I can't trade alone, so I log on to the stream and I listen to Rakil talk, and whoever jumps on it interrupt him. Like I trade in chaos. I can't trade it. Listen to news. I can't trade in silence. I have to trade in chaos. So you know,
Man,
what I mean,
so
this
I
is
gotta
actually
trade in chaos. I like that.
Yeah, it's actually good for my mental because it helps me think clearly. Because when Rakil's looking at something and he pulls up a chart, like I might see something different, or I might agree with that trade that he's looking at. So like this is my therapy for me.
Until you listen to some of that trade music and that shit telling you to buy out support, you like, oh, I'm about to buy out support.
Price come to support. You take a buy on the support. Buy on the support.
So you like, hell yeah, and I'm on that shit. So I know that's kind of like what I throw in there and shit though, you know. So
yeah. So where can we find your music?
Well, shit, every platform, YouTube, Spotify,
Damn.
shit. I got like if you go down and you see where it says best highlights, there's like all the songs right there. So it's like you go back to the home and then you go to best highlights. It's kind of like right there. Like the first little shit. So the latest song I did was called like Forex Lifestyle. So in a sense, it was like shit. I don't know, a song about the lifestyle.
Yeah, I used to make music too. You know?
Real shit?
Yeah. I used to make music
Rakil has some good raps,
hey,
man.
you said Roger Collab, what's up?
Roger can rap.
Yo, throw me a beat.
Hey.
Throw me a beatbox. Come on.
Hey.
All right, let me see.
Man.
Do I got the beatbox?
Tim man,
Roger,
drop the
don't
beat.
split no bars, man. You're 16.
We need a
What do you mean, bro? No.
Drop the beat, Tim.
Your 16 is like old school rap, man.
Drop it.
Hey, man, shooting on you. You say you don't got it. I think he got it, bro.
Drop it.
All right, let's do it.
I think you have the facilities.
All right, let me see what I got.
Raining hot, it's raining low. Let's all get naked, start the show. Give me yo clothes before the show. Feeling like a mofo, but you're happy though. My dog is. We pimping here and everywhere. We ain't gonna share no dicks with those pricks, but you had the tick. The bomb blows and your mom explodes. She tease me, please me. She ain't gonna leave me, sue me, kill me, pussies. Bitches wanna keep me. Oh. Yeah.
What's up?
Damn.
See?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, if this was
Go.
the 80s, man, if this was the 80s, man, you go diamond, bro.
Let's go.
Yes, a lot.
Man, hey, you know what I like about this stream? Yo, we got Roger out of his element, bro. I was able to get him to dance and rap this stream. What's up?
Yeah, let's go.
Cause I told my chat, I was like, yo, I'm gonna see if I can have Roger do the Forex dance, bro. And bro actually did it. Like, what?
Gotta say, man, you're one of my favorite guests, man. There's two top two guests that ever came to it. You're number one, and the zoo is second, man.
Yeah.
The zoo is second.
The zoo, yeah, the goats.
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah, the goats.
Appreciate that, man. No, you guys have great energy as well. I always like I said, when I got on here, I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean? Like I remember the energy from me watching you a few months back, and on one of the streams, GJ was busting you like, oh my God, motherfucker, go. And that's what really got me pumped up. Like, oh, so I thought we are gonna be on that today, but really like to come here and just drop and exchange knowledge, bro. I feel like that's like the beautiful science of the community right there. I really feel like this stream is gonna be historic, bro, just because like it's like a clash of both worlds. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people felt like, oh, I got this big crazy ego, but they don't really know me, bro. They haven't seen me in different type of environments to understand like I'm really just chill as fuck. But you may get this aggressiveness because like, yeah, I do roast niggas all the time. I really like that's our thing though. Like I have fun roasting people. Like if somebody's like, oh, I'm a multi-trillionaire. Like, bro, no, the fuck you not, bro. Like you talk about you're this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you feel me? So it's like for me, it's lighthearted, it's fun, it's funny. But outside of that, like, bro, I don't really have no ego. And I really do fuck with people that fuck with me. Yeah, but if you don't fuck with me, then I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, no, actually, it's pretty good.
That was good.
But yo, listen, guys, I'm way beyond my time here today. Way beyond my time here today.
Okay, man.
You guys kept me here for overtime.
That was your singing, bro. That was your singing.
That's Michael Power, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But bro, thank you so much. You showed up, man. I really appreciate it. You took the time out of your busy morning.
Yes.
It was a
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I think we have to do this very often, you know.
Yeah,
good, bro.
I agree.
Like I said, I wanna rock with you guys. I love this right here. I love the fact that you go live. I'm down to come on whenever. Just reach out. You know what I'm saying? I'm still building on my channel, and then send me your info, bro, so I can get you a hoodie over there and shit. All you guys, so just let me know the sizes and stuff, bro, and let's see if we can get you in a hoodie, man, and let's start building, bro.
Yeah, but get on, or actually, like you know, if we can have a link up for like let's say a week, you know, we can have a link up for a week, and then whoever wants to order the order, and then you know, yeah, we're good. I'm not dropping the second part of the line until next Friday, bro. A lot of people are asking me when I'm dropping because I've been releasing merch in season, so I'm not dropping season 2 until next Friday. But I will get you these. Like I've discontinued these, bro. Like nobody will be able to buy them until they hit like a Stockx or something like that. Just for the simple fact, like I really want to retain the value. So like that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So you do have something that people can't get now, bro. Like when I was selling it, like people were able to buy it, but nobody's gonna be able to buy this. And if they do, then you already know, like you got every right to tax. Because when I was selling it, it was like 100. But now it's discontinued, and a lot of people, as we keep growing, like they're gonna want it. So like by next year, and you can't get it, shit, your hoodie might go from, I don't know, bro. You might be able to sell that bitch on Stockx for like 1,000. Let's say I just blow up as an artist or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, well, it gets a little bit bigger than that now because I touched it. You know, like you starting to give me. Yeah. Now it has that value. Yeah, no, it's good, man.
Bro. But do your thing, man. I don't mean to keep you on here. You know what I'm saying? If you need to take off, do your thing. And I do appreciate you guys, you know, inviting me on. I will post like the re-upload on my channel and stuff and tag everybody. But nah, fuck with y'all, man. Y'all
Thank you,
vibe,
brother.
bro.
All right, man.
Thank you,
Hey,
bro.
Safe, bro.
A lot
Alright.
of people saying thank you on the gulag and the chat.
Hey, what up, the
Hey,
gulag?
gulag.
Gulag. They're fighting out there.
That's funny.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Shukriya, Raja. See you tomorrow,
Alright.
buddy.